Hi Simmers, and welcome to today's Sims 3 live broadcast. Now this is our third broadcast of the year where we've been able to bring you brand new announcements, show off live gameplay demos, and answer tons of your questions. We're totally excited to be here, and we hope you guys are just excited to watch these. We have tons of fun putting them on here in the studio. Today's broadcast is a big one. We have big announcements coming from The Sims 3. We have a live demo of The Sims 3 Island Paradise. We have a brand new theme for The Sims 3 Stuff Pack, which is going to be announced later this year. And we have a big announcement coming from The Sims 3 store. So make sure to stay tuned throughout the show. You can follow along using the Cover It Live window just below this box, or tweet at The Sims 3 using the Sims 3 LB hashtag. We're going to be answering as many questions as possible, and every time you tweet at us using that hashtag, The Sims 3 LB, you could be randomly selected to win an awesome official Sims 3 University Life Juice Pong starter kit. Now this thing is awesome. Check this out. We have one here in the studio, and we use it all the time. These things are tons of fun. Make sure to tweet at us using the Sims 3 LB hashtag, and you could be the proud owner of one of these. All right, let's jump right into the show. We're going to start off today's show. I'm going to bring on Mike Zamora, who's a producer on the Sims 3 expansion pack team. He's going to be giving us a demo of Resorts, a brand new feature from the Sims 3 Island Paradise. Take it away, Mike.
Thanks, Ryan. Hey everyone, it's Mike. I'm here to show you the next demo of Island Paradise. In the last broadcast, Graham showed off a little bit about houseboats and how cool it is to build your house that floats right in the water. Today, I'll be showing you a little about resorts. So let's not delay, let's get right into the demo. So here's my resort here. So resorts are a new community venue type that you're actually going to be able to own and manage. So let's jump right in. I have Lee over here, and he's just purchased this fixer-upper resort. Looks like things are a little bit broken down here. So the resorts are just like your home lot. You're going to have to take care of them, or else things are going to break, things are going to get dirty. So what I did is I went ahead and hired these two maintenance workers to help Lee out. Looks like they're doing their job over here, so Lee can enjoy things. So we're going to send Lee outside, and as he's making his way outside, I'm going to show you a little bit of what we have here in our resort. What you're looking at is the front desk. So the front desk is where you go to manage your resort. It's kind of like the central place that you go to just do everything resort management like. So I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to show you a little bit about how you can get feedback for your resort. So I'm going to go over here to the resort management tab, show you quickly about resort reviews. So here's a resort reviews panel. Something that you look at to see how your resort's doing. It sort of resembles an online review site, so you can read. People are giving you star ratings, and I'm not doing that well. So somebody over here, Foodie268, is telling me, how about adding a bar to your resort? Probably a good suggestion. So let's go ahead and move on. I'll keep that in mind. Maybe we'll do that later. So we're going to send Lee over here. I'm going to just take a quick look around my beach resort. You see some beach activities going on. We have one of my Sims over here laying down, enjoying the sun, listening to some tunes. We have Mom over here playing with her toddler in the water. I think you guys have seen this thing in the trailer. Really, really fun. I'm going to pull back here, show a wide shot of my resort. If you guys have probably already noticed that my lot is actually on the water. It's halfway in the water, halfway on land. It's a new lot type that we've added to Island Paradise. You're going to be able to build residential as well as community lots right on the water. And to help complete the look, over here what we're looking at is our stilted foundations. So it'll help you build right over the water. And so what I plan to do in this little area over here is actually build some guest suites for my Sims to stay at. So I'm going to go into build by mode here. I'm going to go start building it, but that would probably take a little long. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use blueprint mode. So blueprint mode was introduced in Seasons, but what we've done is we've kind of beefed it up a little bit for Island Paradise. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take two of my blueprints here. These are still in development. That's why you're seeing the little fire hydrants here. So I'm going to have these beach bungalows that I made. I'm going to place it down here. So just with 2 clicks, I'm able to place down 2 VIP guest rooms for my resort. So now there's a place for my most important guests to stay at. So I'm going to go into live mode here. just show you a little bit of how this looks. It's a complete room with a bathroom and a bed. I'm going to open up the garage doors here so it's open to air. I'm going to take Lee. I think Lee needs a break. We're going to have him relax here on this little private deck. And as he makes his way to his little private room here, I'm going to talk a little bit about our resort here. I think there were concerns online about resorts being a rabbit hole only thing. So the answer to that question is no. You can go into build by and build out your resort completely from build by, but there is a little bit of a dependency with the rabbit hole. You are going to be required to at least drop down one resort tower rabbit hole, and what that's used for is in case you decide you're the player who builds a resort and decides not to put any beds or bathrooms down, there needs to be a place for your Sims to go in and you know, fulfill their motive. So Lee's over here, and it looks like one of our maintenance workers decided to hang out in the guest suite as well. Now, that's nice. Yeah. So she's not going to be doing any work today. So we're going to pan out here. While I'm talking about blueprint mode, I'm going to go ahead. I have a little plot of land over here. I want to show off a little bit of something that we've added to blueprints this pack. I tweeted a picture. I retweeted a picture that Graham sent out on Twitter about a month ago. I wanted to kind of refresh that. I want to show people about pools. So pools and blueprints now, you're going to be able to drop down blueprints with pools. And what we have done here is we've actually created what we call the lazy river set. And so we plan to ship about over a dozen of these pieces. They're all 7x7 pieces. You're going to be able to drop them down and connect them. And that's what's cool about blueprint mode. That feature's always been there. But this time around, you're going to be able to do that with pools. And what's really, really cool is you're going to be able to create pretty intricate pools quickly. So just with a few clicks, as you could tell, I've made this pool. And yeah, if you look at the Twitter picture, we've taken a whole 64x64 lot. And we've built out this huge pool on it. And you're going to be able to do that. I'm going to go ahead and move things around. Let's say I want an S-shaped pool. There, I want them to line up. There it is. So that's just a little quick thing I wanted to show about what blueprint mode with pools is capable of. So I want to continue building my resort. I really, really want to add some things for my Sims to do while they're hanging out in the resort. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go add some amenities. So amenities is a word we use to describe activities as well as services for your resort. So I mean, what I did right here is I dropped down a pool, which is considered an amenity, as well as the slide and the pool bar. And since I am the resort manager, I want to hire somebody to man my pool bar over here. So I'm going to go ahead and hire Samir over here. All right. So as we wait for them to get over here, we'll go ahead and pull our Sims out and start using some of the new activities that we've added here. So yeah, so back to what I was talking about with amenities. So amenities are things like services and activities for your Sim. So keeping your resort clean and maintenance staff, that's also an amenity. Activities such as the pool bar and the water slide, those are also amenities. And you're going to add those to your resort. And as you add those, the quality of your resort actually goes up. So the more amenities you have, generally speaking, the better the quality of your resort. And the better the quality of your resort, you're going to be able to attract more people. Wow, this guy does not like my pool. Thumbs down. Look at that. Another thing we wanted to add to was we wanted to make sure we use the thought bubbles to show how your guests are doing. So as you're managing your resort, you look around the resort, you're going to see thought bubbles come up in people's heads, and they're going to give you immediate feedback of how your resort's doing. So you're going to see things as like, your resort's dirty, or hey, I could really use a gym, or maybe a bar or a pool. So you could act on that, as well as looking into the review panel. The review panel will tell you exactly what kind of things you should be adding to your resort. So my bar worker has not showed up yet, but pretty soon I'm picturing I will. So here's bar worker, not exactly Samir, but bar worker nonetheless. And I'm going to go ahead and I want to change the drink special. So business options are something you can do in resorts. It's something we really wanted to hit home. So what you can do is you can select on the bar to change the drink special, but there's actually other options you can do. So you can actually go into a resort management option here, which is also available on the map tag if you want to manage your resort from a high level. So I'm going to enter our finances panel here. Finances panel is really cool way to operate your resort. See how your resort's doing, because it shows all of your amenities listed in one panel. You're going to see employees here, as well as a lot of the objects that you've placed down. You're going to see your operational costs. You're going to see how much it's actually costing you. So the pool bar over here is costing me $50 a day to operate. I'm going to click on it. I want to set the drink special to something really fancy, so I'm going to go with the fresh and fruity here. As you can tell, it updated. Now it's costing me $100 a day to operate my pool bar. So hopefully that's a good investment. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go give it a try since I am the resort owner. Just send you over here to get a drink, see how things are going. So yeah, so the more and more activities you put on your resort, more and more amenities, the more customers you'll possibly get. So what you want to do from there is you want to build more, you want to increase the capacity of your resort. So what you want to do is, here's what I was talking about earlier about the rabbit holes, is that this is the resort tower rabbit hole. This is one of the required, at least one of the required pieces that you're going to need to run your resort. So what I want to do here is I want to increase the capacity of my resort to allow for, for the more guests that are coming in. So what you can do is you can actually upgrade these resorts. So there's 3 levels to them. I'm going to go in and upgrade it twice because I really like the effects that it makes. So you got to see this. So there is upgrade 1, and you got to wait for upgrade 2 because it's really cool. Upgrade 2. Looks really cool. So now it's fully upgraded. That also does is it unlocks a new amenity feature for your resort. You're going to be able to go in there and turn on spa services. So it's the same thing as a spa rabbit hole in base game. You're going to be able to go in there and get treatments such as a massage, facial, body treatments, and it also comes with upkeep costs. So you're going to have to make sure you keep that in check. I want to add a little bit more activities for my resort here. I want to show off the firewalk pit. It's kind of become one of the favorite activities to do, mainly because it's dangerous and it's fun. I'm going to drop them down here, and I think I'm going to do direct changes here. So I'm going to click on it. You can adjust the temperature, so I'm going to adjust it to scorching hot here. And what that does is it increases the chances for your Sims to burn their feet. So I'm going to send my Sim Lee over here. I've been torturing him all day. Send him over here. Sure, you can go in here too. So you can tell, I think my maintenance workers have been slacking off in the private suite. I don't blame them. And so there's some garbage beginning to pile up here on my resort. Hopefully you do your job. Oh, no, she wants to firewalk instead of do her work. So yeah, it sounds like I'm going to have to do some firing later on, but I won't do that now. So as you can tell, as they cross the firewalk pit, they're also gaining skill. It's a minor skill that you get to build up. So the more and more you do the firewalk, the better you are at doing it. So it doesn't look like anyone's going to burn up here. So we're going to pull back here. I think what I'm going to do is, Lee's been cooped up in this resort all day. I'm going to send him out to this nice blue water. I am going to boat here. And what he's going to do is he's going to go to the beach, find a nice location, and get into his
aqua sled.
So he's going to boat around here in his aqua sled.
Aqua sled.
And he's going to boat around. I'm going to show you a little bit about this. Looks really cool. I know you guys have seen the ocean in the houseboats demo, but as he drives away, oops. As he drives away here, wow, he doesn't look like he wants to go back to his resort. He is getting out of town. So we'll let Lee enjoy himself. I'm going to move over to my other Sim over here, Hugo. And Hugo has been hanging out in his own little private island here. And what I did was I kind of set up a nice little area for him to live in. What you're looking at here is the Island Survival Pack, and that's exclusive to the limited edition version of the game. So for those who pre-order it, you're going to be guaranteed the limited edition version of the game. You're going to get all these pieces of furniture as well as clothing for your Sim. It's still under development, so we don't have all of the clothing in yet, but Hugo over here is wearing Island Paradise clothing and hair, you can tell over here. But all of the furniture you're looking at here is part of the pack. So it comes with a bed. It's all shipwreck themed. really, really fun when you want to live out those stories of being lost in paradise. So we'll leave Hugo where he's at. So I think what we're going to do is I think that concludes the demo for Island Paradise for today. So thanks for tuning in, and stick around for more news from The Sims 3. So I'm sending it back to Ryan.
Wow, Mike, that is looking awesome. The Sims 3 Island Paradise. It's got resorts, it's got pool bars, it's got water slides, firewalk pits, and not to mention those beautiful bungalows out over the ocean. This pack has been so much for us to make. There's so many brand new features that we've never done before. It's so exciting for us, and we cannot wait to finish it and get it out to you guys in June. It's got houseboats, as Mike mentioned. If you guys want to check in on our last live broadcast, you can see Graham's demo where he shows off houseboats. Not only can you build and buy them to your heart's desire, you can then use your Sims to sail them out in the open seas. Anywhere you want to go in the ocean is where you can end up. It's really great. As you guys just saw in today's demo, resorts, they're a huge feature. Everything from building and buying your own tropical paradise resort to then managing it. You guys got to see just a brief preview of all the cool management options you guys can do. So there's lots of fun stuff in these resorts. As well as we have a brand new feature. We haven't talked about it a whole lot yet, but we also have scuba diving and snorkeling. You're going to be able to take your Sims under the seas for the first time ever. It is looking amazing. If you guys think it looks beautiful above the ocean, just wait till you see below. Now make sure to stay tuned for more info on our next live broadcast, as we're going to be showing off scuba diving. It's looking awesome. All right, I see you guys have tons of questions coming in, so we're going to jump into our live Q&A session. Make sure you're tweeting us using the Sims 3 the Sims 3 LB hashtag to get your questions in, or use the Cover It Live window just below. There's lots of really good stuff coming in and lots of good questions. And make sure to keep tweeting your questions throughout the show, because we're going to do more Q&A sessions. All right, this first question is for Mike. We have coming in from Cover It Live. Someone asks, can you visit resorts if you don't own them too? Like, can you go and stay at them?
So yeah, so you don't have to own or manage a resort. You actually can go into a resort and just visit them. And we were talking about the private rooms earlier. You're going to be able to check in. So what's really, really fun is you're going to be able to go to a resort, and private rooms are set up. And the ones that we are shipping with the game, we're going to have 3 of them. They're going to be set up with VIP private rooms. So you're going to go to the front desk, and you could check into the regular standard room. It's going to send you to the rabbit hole to freshen up and go to sleep. Or you could check into the VIP room, which costs a little bit more, but you get your own little private room to, just for the amount of your stay.
Got it. So resorts look really awesome. The Sims 3 New World looks great. Can you give us the name of that?
The New World, Ryan, is Isla Paradiso. So yeah, it's really, really great. It's made up of a bunch of new islands. You're going to be able to hop between islands. You could tell I showed a little bit about the aqua sled, and you're going to be able to use that if you want to hop around. When you go to work, go home, do whatever you want.
Aqua sled. Oh yeah, that world is looking beautiful. Thanks for giving us some info on it. Players want to know though, can you run resorts in different worlds? Like if I had the Sims 3 Late Night installed, could I run a resort in Bridgeport?
So yeah, you can run a resort in any world you want. We actually, you have the pre-built resorts that we showed, or you can actually build one from scratch. I think that's one of the fun parts for me. I like building my own resort from scratch, and I'm not really like that good in build buy. So that's why we introduced blueprint mode. So one of the cool things I like to do is actually go to an empty lot, use blueprint mode, quickly build up my resort, and then start running it right away. So yeah, you're going to be able to do that in any world that you want.
Very nice. Back to Isla Paradiso. It's looking beautiful. We saw kind of the big island where your resort was, and then we saw the limited edition content out there on that island. Can Sims actually live out on their own island, or do they need to be on the main island?
So Sims can live in any island you want. You're actually going to be able to discover islands as well. So as you can tell, that little island that I showed in the demo, it's actually one of our hidden islands. And as you discover them, they actually become a private lot. So it's another thing we haven't really spoken about much, but it's kind of a neat new feature that we're shipping with the game. So the concept is the private lot is sort of your second home. You're going to be able to discover islands and then take them upon as your vacation home.
Very cool. So anybody that has ever used the real estate system that we introduced way back in the Sims 2 Ambition or the Sims 3 Ambitions will really appreciate this system where you can own more than one resort. So as Mike was saying, you can now have your Sims go out and live on their own island. We have another question coming in. Is the Aqua Sled a vehicle, or is it something that a Sim has by default? Do they have to buy it like a car, or what happens when Sims don't have boats?
So with boats, you just think it's pretty much vehicles on the water. So you are going to have to purchase them as you would in base game, but instead of a carport, you're going to have to use a trailer. So you buy a trailer for your home lot, and then you drop down a boat on top of it, and it works pretty much identical to the base game cars, but you're going to be able to float around in the water. The Aqua Sled that you're looking at over here, think of it as sort of like a motorcycle on water.
It looks awesome. I love the Aqua Sled. It's pretty rad. Aqua Sled. Mike, I think you still have the game up. Would it be easy for you to show us some of the new cast assets, the new clothes and hairstyles that we have in game?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. So I put the game up here. One of the things I sort of forgot to mention in the demo, but I could talk a little bit about it now, is you're actually going to be able to customize your resort worker uniforms. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So you can go to the front desk and you can set a uniform for all of your resort workers. You're going to have a bunch of presets available to you, such as beach style, standard hotel, like what you're looking at here. And you're also going to be able to customize it using any content that you have installed from old EPs, SPs, store content, anything that's marked valid for career. So I'm going to go ahead and take Aldo over here, and I'm going to click on him. I want to show you how you can edit the uniform for your resort workers. So here he is. I'm going to take you through some of the hair that we have for the males. I'm going to sort here by Island Paradise. So here's some of the straw hats that we have. Here is our diving hat. Kind of cool. And I'm going to go to the hair. Here's one of my favorites over here. As you can tell, this is what Hugo was wearing on his head. I like this one. You got the messy look, the messy beach look. You got the dreads over here. Kind of cool. And then we have this styled thing over here. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right back in here to clothing. So here are some of the clothing that we get to pick from. As I said, it's only clothing is valid for career, which is a lot of stuff. I've actually made a resort before where I had seasons installed. I made all my resort staff wear hot dog costumes and alien costumes, and it's kind of cool. It makes it a little bit fun. It's kind of like a theme park type of resort. So here's some of our shirts, some shorts. And he shouldn't be wearing those shoes right now. But flippers? Sure, flippers. This looks pretty good. So he's going to operate his front desk. He's going to do his work. Using all this customized stuff. He doesn't... Yeah, he kind of looks the part now since this is a beach resort. So as you can tell, just by doing that, I'm able to customize the uniform for my resort worker. So now every time I forgot his name, Aldo comes to work, he's going to be wearing this uniform, unless I go back in and override it.
Very cool. Thanks for showing us that, Mike. Now this world is looking really cool. It really is feeling like an island paradise. Is there some kind of like hand gesture that the Sims might do to really evoke the island paradise lifestyle?
So here it is, Ryan. Here's our new greeting. I think I'm going to go ahead and use Lee over here. I'm going to use our new greeting over here. Ooh, where is this thing? Friendly introduction. I guess I got to introduce myself. Let's see what's in here. Alright, friendly. And here's a new... Oh, he did it autonomously. There it is. So there's the Shaka Bra. Let's have him do it again. Hey, you're in the way. Yeah, Shaka Bra. So that's our new greeting in Island Paradise. So you're going to see people greet each other using the Shaka Bra.
Shaka Bra. Oh yeah, Island Paradise coming to you guys this June. Thanks for sharing those answers, Mike. We're gonna have another Q&A session towards the end of the show, so make sure to keep tweeting those questions and using Cover It Live. We're gonna get to as many of them as we can. All right, next up we have a big announcement coming from both The Sims and EA. They've teamed up with Adidas Originals to bring a brand new lifestyle collection to your Sims in The Sims Free Play. Adidas Originals outfits your Sims with brand new hot fashions and cool trends just in time for summer. With brand new tops, tees, shorts, and shoes, your Sims are going to be decked out in some of the coolest fashion to hit The Sims ever. All coming in The Sims Free Play. You're going to have this really cool, casual, athletic style, all inspired by the Adidas Originals brand. Make sure to check it out. It goes live next week on Thursday, April 25th. It's looking really good. All of you Sims Free Play players need to check it out. It is awesome. All right, next up, big news coming from the Stuff Pack world. I'm going to bring on lead Stuff Pack producer Sarah Holding to give you guys a bunch of more info on our latest Stuff Pack, which is going to be coming at you later this year. Take it away, Sarah.
Hey everyone, I'm really happy to be here today because today I have the great honor of announcing the name of our new Stuff Pack coming in September. It is called The Sims 3 Movie Stuff. In this Stuff Pack, your Sims will be able to set the stage for all new unique stories featuring tons of thematic decor, furnishings, and clothing options inspired by iconic movie genres. Tell the tales of masked vigilantes, western cowboys and cowgirls, or quirky horror. Let's take a look at some of the concept art we gathered for this Stuff Pack. Create a secret lair fit for a masked hero or villain. Add some classic western flair to your Sims worlds. Terrify your Sims neighbors with playfully horrific costumes and decor. The Sims 3 Movie Stuff comes out this September. Be on the lookout as we'll be revealing more information about this Stuff Pack in the coming months.
Wow, Sarah, there is some awesome stuff coming with that pack. It looks great. I love movies, and I've always wanted to make this Stuff Pack because it allows you guys to tell the stories that you've never been able to tell before with brand new content. I love this stuff so much and cannot wait to get it in your guys' hands later this year. So I think we're actually going to populate some poll questions on Cover It Live, and they'll be hitting Twitter soon. We want to hear what you guys think of some of the stuff you've seen today. We love hearing your feedback. We're always on the forums, we're on Twitter, hearing your guys' questions, and we love to get as much info, as much feedback as you guys from possible. Make sure, if you're on Twitter, to tweet at The Sims 3 using the Sims3LB hashtag. Now remember, using this hashtag could get you randomly selected to win an official Sims 3 University Life Juice Pong kit. Again, check this thing out. It is awesome. This stuff is so cool. We have one of these here in the studio. We use it all the time. We're making games, but we're having fun too. So make sure to tweet at us using that hashtag. You could have your very own Juice Pong kit. All right. Next up, big announcement coming from Lisa Smith, a producer from the store. She's got a really cool announcement coming at you. Take it away, Lisa.
Hey everyone, I'm really excited to be here today. Now, last time I was on the broadcast, I was able to show you all the awesomeness of the Sims 3 Aurora Skies, and I really hope that you've been enjoying playing with life in that world. As you may well know, there's not a lot of time for a break here at the Sims 3 store team because we're trying all the time to bring you the latest and greatest for your Sims. Now, I'm here to give you a little sneak peek into something we've been working on, and I think you're going to love it. It's a brand new announcement, and yes, it is our all-new world, coming soon to the Sims 3 store, Origin, and retail stores worldwide. Welcome to the Sims 3 Dragon Valley.
Wow, dragons coming to you in The Sims 3. Would you ever believe that? Your fantasy is finally becoming a reality. Dragons in The Sims 3 is crazy. Make sure to stay tuned in the coming weeks for more info on this brand new world, Dragon Valley. It's looking great. The store team is doing an awesome job. All right. We're getting close to the end of today's broadcast, but I know you guys have tons more questions, so we're going to try and answer as many as we can right now. Make sure to use the Cover It Live window below or tweet at The Sims 3 using the Sims3LB hashtag. We're going to try and answer as many questions as we can. I'm going to bring Mike Zamora back on, producer from The Sims 3 Island Paradise, and I have Sim Guru Smitty, Lisa Smith, here as well. So let's jump into your questions. I see lots of people are going, no way dragons. That is awesome. I think the first question I have here is, again, from Mike. Mike, can you tell us a little bit, will seasons work if I have the Sims 3 seasons installed? Will it rain in Ile de Paradiso?
Yeah, Ryan. Actually, yeah, it will. You can set it to any season you want. It'll actually snow as well. If you want to turn all that stuff on, you can. And Sims in that world will react as they would in any other world.
Very cool.
Snow.
It is looking awesome. So next question is up for Lisa. How are the dragons looking? Can you share any more info on what the dragons actually do in the Sims 3 Dragon Valley, excuse me.
Dragon Paradise. That'd be awesome. I can't share too much information just yet. It's still in development, but the dragons are looking amazing. We have them doing a couple of really neat things that I personally have wanted in The Sims for a really long time, so I think you're really going to love them.
When can players get their hands on Dragon Valley?
It is coming out on the Sims 3 store later this spring and sometime late summer in stores.
So there's lots of questions coming in about Dragon Valley. I know we're going to share more info later. One more question. Are the dragons going to be like other pets, like in the Sims 3 Pets? Can they be trained? Can you share anything more? People are dying to have more info on this.
I would love to share more, but as I'm sure a number of my Twitter followers know, SimGuru Tater Tot doesn't allow me to say things. But we are going to have our own special broadcast for the Sims 3 Dragon Valley where I get to explore all of those things and tell you all that you want to know about the dragons. They're great.
Fantastic. So make sure to stay tuned for more info on our next live broadcast where we're going to show off more stuff about Dragon Valley. Okay, next question comes from Mike. Mike, can you tell us a little bit more about the resort finances panel and how that really translates into gameplay in the Sims 3 Island Paradise?
So what's really neat about the finance panel, we put it together so you have like a nice, neat place to see all your amenities on your resort. Initially, when we were testing it out, we found out it was hard to keep track of everything on your resort. So really, it's there as a tool for you to see everything that's kind of costing you money, things that are making your guests happy. You can go in there and make decisions right from the panel. I think that's one of the neatest features of the finance panel. You can access it from your phone, you could access it from the map tag, you could access it from the front desk. So we make it really easy for you to get to the finance panel, and we make it really easy for you to make business decisions right from the panel.
Very cool. So the other panel you showed us, people are wondering about the reviews panel. You talked a little bit about star ratings and some comments that players actually, or that Sims are leaving about your resort. How does that translate into gameplay for resorts?
So the reviews panel is a nice way for us to give you feedback about how you're doing. It's a good place. You know, it's a little bit funny, some of the humor that we built into the text there. We hope you're going to like. But really, what you want to do is you want to go in there, and it's going to show you what your star rating is for your resort. And like what I was talking about before, that represents the overall quality of your resort, and that kind of drives your total occupancy. So the better your resort, the more people want to stay there. And then so it goes back to the reviews. So the reviews are going to give you some hints. Things, it's not always bad. You know, things are going to show up things you're doing well in, and you're going to see things that's like, hey, I really like your pool, or they're going to say, hey, I really wish you offered a gym at this place. And so, you know, you can act on it if you want. You don't have to. You could actually decide to build your resort as like a 2-star and keep it there and still earn money. But you can also go into the review panel and see what you're missing. And, you know, if you're the type of player that wants to get to that 5-star resort, it's really going to come in handy.
Very cool. I see lots of people talking about how excited they are that resorts are actually a really deep experience. It's not just you go and stay at them or build them. There's lots of management to be done at these resorts. I loved how you showed us how you can actually hire employees to help you around, not just do maintenance, but they can actually run some of your amenities. That's looking really cool. Okay, new question from SimGuru Hydra, actually. She wants to know, are there any new places to woohoo in the Sims 3 Island Paradise?
That's always the popular.
Always the question.
It's always the question. So, I think it was disclosed before, one of like the cool places to woohoo, and I'm sure we'll show this in the next broadcast. But there's an underwater cave that you're gonna be able to go down into the water and woohoo in there. And then I'm not sure if Graham showed this when he did the houseboats demo, but you're gonna be able to woohoo in the all-in-one bathroom as well, and as well as in the resort towers.
That's bothersome. The all-in-one bathroom.
It's like a one-by-one.
It's a one-by-one.
Sounds pretty cramped in there. That's awesome. Thank you, SimGuru Hydra, for that great question for us. So we have a few more questions coming in, all about Island Paradise. I'm excited to see how excited you guys are for this pack. So Mike, you showed us a little bit about the resort tower and how you can upgrade it. You also showed us how you can put new buildings onto your own resort. So if I wanted to start my own resort, would I be able to build out a full resort with the resort tower and the custom built hotel rooms? How does that work?
So the only prerequisite for a resort is that you need a front desk and you need at least one resort tower. You can try to run a resort with all resort towers, but what's going to happen is you're going to end up running out of room quickly. And what you want to do is you want to use the room on your lot to put amenities, things for your Sims to do. I mean, there's the spa services from the resort tower. They can go in there, sleep, freshen up. But you know what they really probably want to do is they want to have pools. They want to have a gym. They want to they want to have like artwork on there. So, in a pool bar, things that are fun to do. So, yeah, you can do that, but you're not going to be a very well-rounded resort if you just lay down all rabbit holes.
So Mike, you showed us a couple of the awesome new amenities like the pool bar, the water slide, and the firewalk pit. If I have content from, let's say, the Sims base game or previous expansion packs like Late Night or Ambitions, Generations, is that content, am I going to be able to use that on resort lots? Is that going to affect my overall rating of the resort?
I am actually glad you asked that question. So one of the objects that we're really excited for is the pool bar. What's really cool about the pool bar is if you have Late Night installed, it actually inherits feature sets from Late Night right into the pool bar. So, if you lay down a pool bar in your, let's say, residential lot, it's going to act just like a base game bar. But if you have Late Night installed, it actually transforms, not visually, but from a functional point of view, it transforms into a professional bar. So you're going to be able to hire a mixologist for your home lot to run it at your home lot. When you have it at your community lots or your resort lot, you're going to be able to get the drink specials from the Late Night. You're going to be able to see all the Late Night drinks on there.
Very cool. So it sounds like the more content you have with your Sims 3 game, the more you're really going to be able to build out these resort lots. Very cool. All right, got a question actually coming back for you, Lisa. Can you share any info on the price of Dragon Valley?
That's also still in discussion, but it would be pretty standard to what you've seen with our other cash worlds. So I wouldn't expect anything extremely different from that.
Very cool. I think a poll just went up about what your favorite colored dragons are going to be. So make sure you're getting on to Cover It Live and Twitter to fill out that poll. We want to hear from you guys. This game, this world, all this stuff is still very much in development, and we love to hear from you guys, hear your feedback to make sure we're making the games that you guys want to play. It's really important to us that we try to expect and build these games to as much as we think you guys will like them. But it's really cool to hear from you guys. We try and incorporate your feedback and your suggestions as much as we can. All right, we have time for just a couple more questions. I got one coming in, another one about Dragon Valley. Is it going to be medieval themed, or is there just dragons? Can you share anything about that?
There is definitely not just dragons. I don't want to say that we were incredibly ambitious with this one, but it has a lot going on. We, of course, try to place it in a particular themed around a particular country. There is a distinct style. May or may not be medieval-ish. And the Sims themselves are very unique, so I think you'll be very surprised at the next broadcast.
Awesome. All right, last question is for you, Mike, about Island Paradise. You showed us a little bit about the aqua sled and some of the stuff you can do on the resort. Can you share a few of the activities that you can do off into the water from your resort? You showed kind of playing in the water with the toddler, which was very cute, by the way. Is there anything like I can go and do and hop into the water and, you know, scuba diving? We talked about that. Is there anything else you can share with us today?
So we have a new object. It's the windsurf board. It's actually something that you can take off right from the beach. It's an object, I guess, similar to those who have seasons. It's kind of like the snowboard, where you purchase it from Build Buy, and you can put it in your inventory. You can customize it, and then you can go set off from the beach and into the water and go out in the water, do tricks and whatnot.
Boats, houseboats, aqua sleds, and windsurf boards. You can't get better than that. The ocean is going to be awesome. All right, that's just all the time we have today for questions. We thank you guys for sending them in. If you didn't get an answer to your question today, make sure to stay tuned for future broadcasts and send us your questions online using Twitter. All of us have SimGuru names. I'm SimGuru Ryan. We have SimGuru Smitty, as well as SimGuru Mike. We'll be online as much as we can as we make these games, answering your guys' questions. So make sure to stay tuned in the coming weeks as we finish off these games and get them out to you. All right, we're going to start wrapping up the show. I know a lot of you guys are big Sim social players, and we've really appreciated you guys coming and playing with us over the years. And we want to make sure you guys are on the lookout for a special in-game offer coming from PopCap. Make sure you guys are in your game and check out this offer, as it should be hitting your game soon. It's really cool. All right, I want to send out a big thanks to Mike Zamora, who showed us the Island Paradise demo today. It's looking great, the resorts are awesome, and it is just a beautiful action-packed expansion pack for The Sims 3. Stay tuned for more info on a live broadcast coming soon. Then I want to thank Sarah Holding for showing us, for actually revealing the theme of our upcoming stuff pack, The Sims 3 movie stuff, which is going to be out later this year. It's looking cool. It has tons of content, heroes and villains, cowboys, and some horror stuff that is going to allow you to tell stories in The Sims 3 like you never have before. Lastly, I want to thank Lisa Smith for revealing the next world coming from the Sims 3 store, Dragon Valley. It's looking cool. I know you guys have lots of questions. We're going to answer them as soon as we can, so make sure to stay tuned. And again, send your tweets at us. Hit us up on all of our social media platforms. We have Facebook. You can like us on there. You can go on the Sims 3 forums, and you can tweet at us on Twitter. We love hearing from you guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. We have a great time being here, and we hope you guys have a great time watching us. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and until next time, Simmers, Shaka Bra.